What is up, guys? It is Minority Gaming, and I am back with another video here today to tell you guys how to get that perfect fantasy draft that you guys have always wanted to make sure that you have a good chance of winning your championship this year. But before we begin, guys, do me a huge solid and hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. The first thing you guys want to do in the first couple of rounds is draft some stars to cement your team around during the season. Examples would be Aaron Rodgers, Odell Beckham, Antonio Brown. Others not pictured: Le'Veon Bell, Ezekiel Elliott, David Johnson. Those running backs, you need a lot of those running backs. You want to try to get running back, and maybe depending on how good the wide receiver, also a wide receiver in the first round. And definitely, if you draft a running back in the first round, draft a receiver in the second round. This may seem obvious, and that you guys may think that I'm just talking crazy talk if I think you guys don't already know this. But guys, this is really a point of emphasis. Try to draft players who get touchdowns, guys. Don't draft players that don't see a lot of goal line action, just because if they have a bad day. Draft players with touchdowns where I'd probably still get a touchdown unless they're like really having a bad day. A bunch of drops for wide receivers and fumbles for running backs or something like that. They'll probably get at least 6 points. They'll solidify you. If a wide receiver, for example, if gets a 50-yard completion, that's only 5 points for you. If that's the only catch he has all day, he only gets you 5 points. When a 1-yard touchdown gets you 5.01 point or 6.01 points. So as you can see, touchdowns just happen to work better for how fantasy is suited. In real football, it probably matter more about the 50 yards. But this is fantasy, so you need those players to get more touchdowns. Example of this player is Tevin Coleman. He had 11 touchdowns last year. That's 66 points with touchdowns. Doesn't include rushing yards or receiving yards like that. But just realize he wasn't even the starting back on his team. He was second string, and he was just mostly a goal line back. He was behind Devontae Freeman, if you guys don't already know who that is. Guys, this may seem obvious, but you can't draft stars the whole time. So you're going to have to draft some of those players that will actually score a lot of points. Maybe even put up star numbers, hopefully, that no one expected to. And those are the sleepers, guys. Those are the players no one expected to do well this year, but they did very well. And they're probably going to be a lot higher drafted next year because of it. But this year you have a chance to steal them for chump change, basically, and make a pretty good deal out of it, make your team a lot better. Say one of your stars is on a bye, you know you can put this guy in, and he'll probably put up about the same amount of points. And yeah, you just really hope that you can do that. So you guys want to make sure you draft some of those guys. An example of this would be Jay Ajayi. No one really saw this coming, but he put up 3 200-yard rushing yard games last year for a team in Miami that is not really that good overall. But he still managed to put up 60 points from those rushing yards alone in 3 games. So he scored 20 points a game with those, plus more because he was 200 plus yards a game, not exactly 200 yards. And that doesn't include any touchdowns he had, receiving yards. Those are just rushing yards, guys. So if you think about that, that's one of the sleepers that you want to draft. Draft a running back that maybe he's starting because someone got injured. I believe Spencer Ware is out for the year with I'm not exactly sure. I think it's his knee. So you might want to get the backup for Kansas City. He's basically probably not going to be drafted that high, and you can probably get him pretty good. Especially if your team is already drafted or something. When another injury comes out, maybe one after this video, then you can get him on waiver wire, the backup running back. So you just want to be aware of those guys. Anyway, moving on, let's go ahead into this percentage, guys. You have 8.3% chance of winning your fantasy football league if you're in a standard 12-team football league, which means you guys will win about once in every 12 years if you think about it. I know that doesn't actually happen every team. A different team wins every year. Probably because one of the players has a pretty good draft strategy and they just win year after year. But if it was true percentage like this, you would win once every 12 years, guys. I'm trying to make you guys one of those guys that wins about 3 times in those 12 years, guys. They'll be better than everyone else, and that everyone will just know it. I mean, I know 12 years is a long time. Just thinking about 6 years, you maybe win twice. That's pretty good if you think about it. You had a 50% chance of not winning one at all. So just winning 2, that'd be pretty good. Maybe if you even win 3, that'd be pretty good, guys. But moving on, guys, in the draft room, you guys gotta stay cool, collected. Don't just go draft somebody just because you loved them in college or something. Like this guy who drafted Christian McCaffrey with the first overall pick in one of the drafts I was in. That was, I don't know what he was thinking. The guy behind him got David Johnson. That was a good pick. You guys want to try to draft David Johnson pretty soon. Some of the other guys who I put in my queue: AJ Green, LaShawn McCoy, Jay Ajayi, as previously mentioned, and Devontae Freeman. I may have mentioned him as the starter in front of Tevin Coleman. He's also pretty good, guys. You probably want to trust him. So those would be late first round picks, early second round picks that you would have that you may not mention as the big stars, but they still score a lot of points, guys. And don't worry if you don't have a top 5 pick. You guys still have a chance. You can get at least one of these, maybe 2 of these players. One of the great things about fantasy football is there's a lot of people that play it. You guys can go check analysts out, like this guy Michael Fabiano. I read his article. He said that you should probably draft a running back in the first 4 rounds. That's what I plan to do in most of my drafts this year, and some of the ones that I've already done, and it's worked out pretty well for me already. Just going ahead and getting those star running backs and receivers. Don't worry about the quarterbacks right now, unless it's like a star like Aaron Rodgers, but even him, there'll be other players, so you don't really have to draft a star quarterback. They basically have about the same point output, so it's pretty good if you just get some star running backs and receivers, guys. So I just trust this guy. I like his article, guys. You guys can check it out on NFL.fantasy.com, guys. And let me keep moving on. So guys, this is the roster after one of my drafts, guys. I still have a little work to do on it. Hopefully I can finish before opening day to maybe trade a couple players. I'm hoping to trade Cam Newton, Julio Jones, and Jordy Nelson. I like those guys. Cam Newton probably has a higher value than he probably will actually put it out this year. So I might trade him for like a rookie quarterback and a wide receiver. It'll work pretty well for my team. I like Cam Newton as a person, but I'm just not sure that it's a good idea to have him on my team this year. He didn't team too well last year. So let me guys move on to my tips for success, guys. Don't draft too many players from the same team. If that team is bad one week, then your week is trash, guys. You guys gotta collect players from different teams so that even if your teams or one of those teams is doing pretty bad, you can still have a pretty good week. And guys, do not make trash trades during your team. A trash trade would mean trading Julio Jones and Jordy Nelson away for like Aaron Rodgers, or even Julio Jones himself for Aaron Rodgers, just because that would be a pretty bad trade. I mean, if I did that, then I basically have 2 quarterbacks, and I'm not sure that someone wants Cam Newton. So I would at least like try to trade Cam Newton away before I would do a trade like that, and it's really not worth it if you think how high Julio Jones is. So try not to make those crazy trades that are pretty crazy, guys. The last tip is don't succumb to the powerful urge to draft quarterbacks. Guys, I've been talking about this the whole video. Quarterbacks are a little overrated in my opinion. You guys can wait a little bit before getting them. It's not going to matter that much when you draft them or who you have on your team, as long as they're pretty decent. And without that, I think that's about it for the video, guys. So guys, go ahead and hit that sub button, guys. Go subscribe to me, guys, at Minority Gaming. Do me a favor, guys. Go subscribe to my, or go follow my Instagram at Casper Clown this year. And I'll see you guys next time.